Hi everybody, my name is Teacher Rosanne. You can find me at rosannearaneta.com. Today we are doing a step-by-step video for you. It's a concertina book and it uses origami paper. The paper I used was or is 4 by 4 inches. I decided to use 4 by 4 inch pieces of paper. And now I'm folding it in half. I'm using a bone scorer. That's the right white item that looks like a stick. That's not a stick. Okay, so I folded it in half and I folded it in half again, but in the other direction. Now I'm folding it in half to look like a triangle. And I will fold it again in half, another triangle. And this way you can see that the paper, when opened, has 8 parts. Now I will do the same with the red. I decided to keep the time as is. I'm not fast forwarding, so you can really check to see all the steps that I used for this activity. You can start in any position, whether you're making the triangle or you're making the rectangle when you're folding in half. The objective is to be able to divide that sheet into 8 parts, okay, by folding 4 times. Try to make sure or ensure that when you fold, you make very, very crisp creases. That way, when it's time to fold, the paper can find its way, just in case you do not. So right now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the 3rd sheet, and I've folded it in different ways in terms of what shape is the one I started with. Okay. It helps that you use a bone scorer instead of your fingernails or the pads of your fingers, because in the long run, your fingers or your skin may feel a little paper burn from all the rubbing and all the friction. So this way, this bone scorer will help you relieve any unpleasant sensations on your fingers. Now, if you do not have a bone scorer like the one I have, you may use a flat end of a ruler or a pencil or a marker. Even a paperweight can do the trick, for as long as it's not your fingers folding the paper. You'll notice I folded this sheet forward and backward because I needed the crease to be able to do this. Okay, so the right corner and the left corner gets a crease inward, and when it is creased inward, it is going to fold in and it will leave you a square. So we will do this with all 5 sheets that we have just folded, and we will make squares like these. Okay, so get ready. I will do it in different ways so you can get to the same goal using different routes. Okay, in this case, I'm holding the front and the back still. I'm just pushing the sides inward. So if your creases are not very crisp, it will be very hard for you to find the folds so that you can fold inwards. That's how it looks inside and at the tip. In this case, you can do it, so I'm doing it back and forth, just so the crease is a little bit more helpful, or the direction is going to help you get there faster. So back and forth, I'm folding the same portion of the paper in this way. See how fast that was? Okay. Alright, so I'm showing you from the top. If you can do that and the paper behaves, lucky you, happy you. And I'm folding it, or I'm scoring it some more, and I'm creasing it some more with the bone folder. That way I can ensure very nice lines later on. Origami is very, very, very precise when it comes to different angles and creases and corners. So make sure the folds are correct. The creases are very, very crisp. Okay, you don't leave any section unfolded. Okay, so now the corner, this square where I'm outlining with my finger is going to get glue. Okay, not very much, you need just a little. So see how sparingly I put glue. Okay, that should be enough. Now I'm going to put a piece of red paper, folded paper, facing downwards onto that section where there is the glue. Okay, so please note that the red sheet is facing downward, or the crease is facing downward. After double checking to see if I align the paper properly, I move on. Okay, same. I'll place now a green sheet on top of the red corner, or this red quarter. I say quarter because it's 1/4 of the red sheet. So this time, the green piece of paper is facing upward. I don't know if you can tell the difference at this point, but the creases go inward or towards us, whereas the red sheet, the creases bend away from us. So we are on our third sheet. I'm putting as little glue as possible. We don't need much. For the red one, I'm turning the paper down, okay, because it has to face downward. There's a reason for all of these, or reason for this, because you want the fold to be alternate. Okay, not all the sheets face upward, because the folds have to be up, down, up, down, up, down. So in this case, the folds are facing up. Right, so as long as we align properly, then this one should be doing its job. So now you see all 5 sheets, and they are glued properly. You see a pattern. Now we fold downward. Okay, mind the creases. Now the red sheet upward. Okay, the direction. The green one downward. I'm showing you that the crease goes down away from us. Now the crease is towards us with the red one, and for the green one, the crease is away from us. There. So now we've got all of them side by side. They are not inside each other. Okay, they're just side by side, all these 5 sheets. Now I'm using washi tape. Any tape will do. I found red that complements, or that helps my green-red color motif. I'm just adding the washi tape to the tip of the front cover, and I'm going to fold the excess. Okay, the washi tape is going to help us strengthen that tip later when we punch it with holes. So of course I'm doing it to the other end, or to the other side, the flip side, because I'm putting 2 holes, one on each end. So front cover and back cover. And now folding the washi tape, making sure there's what we need to see lang. Now we are going to use a puncher. I don't have the normal 2-hole puncher for documents, but I do have a 3-hole puncher for notebooks and big folders. So I just used 1 hole. That's all we need. I'll do it to the other side. You may use a 1-hole puncher if you have it. During a class, I used a box cutter, but of course, you have to make sure that the kids who are watching know that the box cutter is only for the parents to use and cut with. Okay, so you may use string, you may use yarn, you may use ribbon. In this case, I've got yellow ribbon, and we are going to make sure that the tips of the ribbon are cut in a very angled manner. That way it's easy to sew through the punched hole. Okay, so we'll put one end on one hole, and then we will put the other end on the other hole. Okay, easy enough. Then we pull the string together. We will make a knot, and then we will make a bow. This way we can keep this concertina book closed. It doesn't unfurl or open when we don't want it to, and it keeps all our secrets inside. So what can we put in this concertina book? We can add pictures, we can add drawings, we can write stories, and see how fun the story unfolds because of the different sizes, directions, shapes that you have. So enjoy your new concertina book, everybody. Thanks for watching.